What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning and welcome back to the show. We are back in the studio. We are back with another voltage stream, so make sure to grab your coffee. I got my matcha latte here. We got our guy Pablo joining us here on the Jay Gagan Show today. We also have Power Right potentially joining. I sent him the link pretty late, so I don't know if he will be on here. But we do have a great voltage show. It's been 2 months since we did a Volted live stream. I was in Europe. I was traveling. I was still doing Volt Inu updates. I was still tweeting. I was still connecting with the Volt community. But there's not a connection like the live stream that we have today. So we're going to be covering everything we missed over the past 2 months. No, I won't bore you with all of that information. We're going to cover the main things that happened over the past 2 months because there was a lot that happened, right? I remember being in Israel, waking up to the news that Volt Inu got listed on Gate.io, Tier 1 exchange. I remember being in 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗃. And I got to say it correctly, 𝗖𝗢𝗃, when I saw that Volt Inu got listed on, was it Bittrex? I believe Bittrex, another Tier 1 exchange. So there was so much to cover here, guys. It's good to be back. We got our guy Pablo coming on, and we got the Volt Gang in the house. So let's see who is here. My guy Crypto Surfer is on. Ironborn guy, what is up? David Crick in the hizzy. Crypto Chronic, let's effing G. David Crick, what's up? It's been a while for David. Metal Shark, Jeff Big Money Crypto. Guys, you know how you're going to be a millionaire? You put big money in your name. That's just manifesting future. What's up, Pepsi Aaron? How you doing, my guy? Good to see you in here. I wish I could read this name. I can't even, I don't know the language. It looks like Chinese. Is it Chinese? But anyways, good morning. Welcome. Philip, my guy, as always. How you doing, Philip? Good to see you this morning. Bodyguard Gotti. Look at that Volted Dragon. Look at that Spider-Man Volted Dragon. Do you actually own that one? That one's super sick. The cotton candy skin. Shinova Gaming on. What's up, Shinova? Crystal Clear. How we doing? Damiano, so cool, Dad Cap. It's been a while. Good to see you, my brother. Sadat Beast on Twitch. What's up? Jay Win, Volter. Let's go. We got the whole team. Stevie, what's up, Stevie? Obi, dude, me and Obi go way back. Obi, they don't even know how far we go back. Crypto Hound in the house. What's up? Crown in the house. Defia Record won a huge giveaway back in the day. My guy Benny Moon, he knows what the deal is. Crypto Hound, Twins on. Mike Tillman, everybody's on. If I miss you, we will be coming back here. 61 people, guys. As always, do me a favor. Smash your like button. Just smash it. Don't touch it. Don't hit it. Just smash it. It looked like my screen froze here for a second. Hold on. Oh, we're still frozen. Am I frozen on your guys' end? Because I'm frozen on my end. Technical difficulties. At least it froze in a decent photo. Not too bad there. Let me unplug my wires here. And then plug it back in. Little technical difficulties, guys. Nothing like that on a Friday morning. But we got our guest Pablo on. Let's see if we can get this camera up. I got to look good for Pablo. Let's see if we can get this camera up and running, guys. That's not it. Boom. We're back. And without further ado, don't you love technical difficulties? Are we back? That's how you know you're in your third bedroom here in your little studio, because we're not in a full studio. Not yet, but I think one day we will be. Are we back? Jay wins. Smash the like button. High voltage frozen. I know. It's literally like I start talking about Volt and you just freeze. Yummy volted smoke. We're volting everywhere. Someone just volted my Wi-Fi. And it's not coincidence that my Wi-Fi got volted the moment that Pablo joined us in the waiting room. This guy's got power. This guy's got energy. This guy's got the Volt charisma. So without further ado, let's welcome in and let's shout out. Someone wants to shout out. Kagura-san. Shout out Kagura-san. Shout out. Fearless in the house. Crypto Chick. God, I could just talk to the chat all day. But I got to bring on our guest. Let's bring him in. Pablo CRO. Pablo, how are we doing?
What is up, man? What the hell are we doing up this early, man?
Pablo, you have to get out there. Actually, I had a realization. My realization was when I was in Europe. I was watching some morning streams. I think it was awesome. I was in Israel, and it was like 7 p.m. in Israel, and it was 10 a.m. his time. And I was like, wow, like you can reach so many more people if you stream earlier in the morning. So that was my realization, because I usually do like 5 or 6 p.m. at night. But then I was like, well, you're only doing California, New York, and like maybe the people that are up at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in Europe. So I just, and maybe people in the chat, there's 100 people in here, guys. Let me know where you're from. Put America, India, Europe, put in the chat where you're from. And that's kind of why I wanted to switch to it. I think it makes sense, though.
It does, man. It's actually brilliant. I never actually thought about it, but it's super smart, man, because you can reach more people that way for sure. So I'm gonna have to start doing some more. That explains why Rodney does the early talks. That explains it.
And it actually, man, I like it better because it's like you kind of get your day out, like done and out of the way. And instead of waiting till 5 p.m. to do a stream, you can do it in the morning. And then if there's major updates, you can stream again at 5 p.m. Right? So it's like I think I like it a lot more. Boom, we actually have another special guest, my guy, the Power Right. Let's bring him in here. Power Right. And I see all the different people saying where they're from. Power, let's go, baby. It's good to see you, my guy.
Hey, man.
What the hell?
Good morning, Power Right. How are you doing?
I haven't seen him since yesterday.
What was going on with you guys yesterday?
Oh, we just had some negativity we had to clear up, and it's now cleared up. We're good to go. Between
you guys personally or in the crypto space?
In the crypto space.
Because you guys don't fight. You guys are family.
We don't.
That's why it was a big deal. We don't. That was it was a big deal, and it's something that had been done. We don't talk bad about no project or nobody. We stay in our own bubble, and we just keep growing, right? But there was just a community that kept attacking Volt, man. Like, I don't know what their problem was. It's just nonstop attacking Volt, and it's like, dude, let me show you guys about your project, and we'll talk. You know what I mean?
Leave us alone. Like Volt is the one community that really minds its own business and just stays between itself and just has fun and just puts the electricity bolts everywhere and raids people and just has fun, right? Like it's like it's not the one. There's a lot of them, but like it's a community that for the most part, like not any toxic people, like very, very, very little. Of course, you're gonna have when you have 50,000 holders, you're gonna have a few bad eggs, right? That's normal. But it's like majority of Volt is just happy, like supportive, fun. So, but there's just a lot of other communities that are not. So I get it. Like you could make Volt an easy target, but it's like even when they do respond, it's like either the community doesn't respond or people like you will kind of put an end to it.
Yep. So tonight, last night, it was an end. That was the last time we were talking about the project, and just we had to show their community what type of stuff they're invested in. Most of the time we just let it be. If it's a great project or a bad project, we don't care. You know what I mean? But when somebody attacks us directly all the time, it's been going on for like 30 days, man. So it's like, all right, enough is enough.
Yeah, you have to put your foot down here. But guys, it's been a while. I miss our consistent streams that we're having. They're some of the most fun that I've had. I know that you guys enjoy them too. The community enjoys them. But your boy had to go to Europe, had to go travel, had to go see the world. I thought, what better time to do it than a bear market? So we're finally back now. Hopefully we can get a consistent stream. But so much has happened over that time. And one thing I've always said about Volt, and I'll continue to say about Volt, even during the bear market, they've built more than most DeFi projects. And I would honestly be willing to say, and we're going to take a look at the September review here, they probably had the best month in terms of execution in September than any DeFi project below a 200 million market cap.
And we got the most holders as well. We got the most holders. Look, Volt, now I'm just saying, right? Volt came out, my opinion, Volt started in 2022. I'm not even talking about December.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So Volt is the only new project that's sitting at 51K holders. The only new project. The second project that you can sort of compare to Volt, that's second, is Cold.
Yeah.
And we love Cold. We
those are the only two. So my opinion, those are the only two projects that I feel that are going to be one of the top 20 projects in the next bull cycle, just because of the holders, right? Holders matter. You have to have those holders. When it's all said and done, 51K holders, 20K holders for Colt, 51K holders for Volt. That's amazing. That's amazing that's amazing in the bear market.
Yep.
To be able to attract that much attention. 51K holders. Talk about
insane.
Talk about it, man. Come on.
It's insane. And those are two projects that I actually really, really like. And I think they're both two projects that are just kind of standing alone during this bear market, right? Because they actually launched during a bear market, which is not favorable for what their price could have been if they launched in June or July of last year, right? They both of these projects probably would have been multi-billion dollar market caps, but it does give the tokens a chance to build and the communities to grow and people to get in at low prices and like really build a community. Because when you have that massive pump, most of the tokens that had that massive pump had that massive dump. right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
Colt and Volt both had small pumps, right? Like I think they both hit the 300 million. Yeah, like very good for a bear market, but also very small compared to a 7 billion. So we didn't really have those massive sell-offs of where people had $100,000 in their wallet and now they have 30, right? With a lot of tokens have. So the holders, for most that I see, I look at the top wallets on Colt and I look at the top wallets on Volt. Look at it, guys. People aren't selling. People are not selling, and you need good whales in a project. So I think that Colt and Volt, yes, they're both down. We'll pull up the charts here. They're both down from their all-time highs. I get it. Price is falling. But I mean, guys, we've done probably 10 or 15 streams together, and I was just looking at the price, and guess what? How many times have we been here before, right? You and I, just on the stream, we can go back and watch the videos. We've had times where we're at a 30 million market cap. Then it went to 250. Then it went back to 30. And then it went to 150. Like, exactly. So it's like, we've been here before. I'm sure you guys are getting the messages like Volt price down, Colt price down, like price is down. But guess what? When it 3X's and it's back at 100 million, everybody's happy again. So it's just
everybody's price up, price is up.
Price up, yeah, we win. It's that non-emotional. It's that non-emotional game that you have to play, but it's like you just have to find, like, these are my Colt and Volt, and we're talking about Volt here, they're my blue chips of the DeFi space.
Mini blue chips. You know what I call them?
Yes.
Mini blue chips.
Yes. Exactly. That's we're having the same thought, different terms, right? But it's like you have your Bitcoins, your Ethereums, your Cardanos, those are blue chips, right? But then you have your long-term projects in the DeFi space, and these are ones that I'm very bullish on because of the things that we talked about, the use cases, the communities, and the dev team.
Well, I always tell people, Jake, you know, you can get 100x on a new token all the time. The launches, that does really quick money. You know what I mean? But you only invest $100 or $200 because you're scared. It's a brand new token. You're not gonna go like big on a brand new token that just launched 5 minutes ago. So you go super small. So yeah, you can do 100x on a new launch, but how are you gonna compare making 100x on $100 when you can make 100x on $5,000 with a real project like Volt? You know what I mean? That's a big difference.
Yeah, agreed. Power, what did you call it? Your meme blue chips?
I call it a mini blue chip.
Mini.
That's what I call it. Yeah, mini. because you know, it's considered a small cap, you know, micro cap project. But I think Volt and Colt are stable projects, meaning that myself as an investor, right? All right, I don't mind dropping a 50K bomb in it, because I know it's going to be okay. You see what I'm saying?
And he has, like, recently, so just so you know.
Damn.
So everybody talks, I wish I would have bought it when you did Power, and Power drops 50K. Well, buy it now then. You know what I mean?
He's like, I'm still buying.
Like, what it is sort of like a safety mechanism, right? It's like a safety net. I know the developer, you know, he's trustworthy. The project's trustworthy. They have great leadership. So I'm fine dropping that amount of money in it. And look, I can go to sleep at night and be fine. So that's what I mean by mini blue chip.
They are. They're in my opinion too, right? Like, and look, both of these projects that we talk about, we like Pablo, Power, and I, we study these on a daily basis. We've been investing for a couple of years here in the crypto space, the DeFi space, the meme coin space, altcoin space specifically. They could go to zero. Like there is an opportunity, right? Shit breaks down. There's not, but these are safer blue chip investments in our personal opinion. You have to make your own personal opinions, but I feel the same way. Like it's because the dev team has proved it, right? Now, if the devs, and we're talking about Volt and Colt because they do have similarities, they're different projects, but if the devs were just disappearing and not updating the community and not making things happen, I would probably be a little bit more worried. But we're going to highlight the month of September for Volt, and you have to realize as an investor, like Voltoshi didn't have to do any of these things. Like all of these partnerships, all of these exchanges, all of these things that he did cost a lot of money, a lot of time, right? Think about all the meetings he had to have with these different exchanges and listing people and market makers and all the partnerships. So it's like he's working harder than anybody. Yep. Like, yeah, the price is down, but that's normal. We're in a bear market. So it for me, these are the safer blue chip investments. And I think it's cool that you're putting your money where your mouth is as well, Power.
Yeah, correct.
You got to, you got to, because regardless what happens, in the next couple of months, few months, when the bull cycle kicks off, look, in my personal opinion, I think we're gonna have a little bit of a run before the year ends, like a little one. You know what I mean? I could see a 30K Bitcoin, $28,000 Bitcoin before.
That would be great.
You know what I mean? and maybe January and February we'll have another cool-off period, and then you know, things will start to really kick off. They will start to really kick off for the entire market, because you got to realize we just did the Ethereum merge, and now it's starting to pick up steam. Like, okay, we trust it now. We're slowly moving into it. We kind of like it, you know. So now you're gonna have this Ethereum halving for 2023 running, and then in 2024 you're gonna have the Bitcoin halving. So you might be having one of the longest bull runs in history. So find yourself.
I'll say 2.5 years. Because the last bull run, people say it started last year, but it actually started in 2020. If you look at it, if you look at if you look at Bitcoin and look at the chart, it started in 2020. 2020. That's going to be You
always got to look at the peak of Bitcoin and the floor of Bitcoin. That's the beginning of the bull cycle, the ending of the bull cycle. And if you guys remember, like it hit the peak, like, man, when was it? It was forever ago. Bitcoin hit the peak forever ago.
Look at the Bitcoin. Look at the chart. Okay, look at 2020. Go down to 2020.
I mean, so here's the bottom. It looks like March 2020 was out. I remember it's like $3,000.
That's where the
start of the bull market.
Yeah, agreed. And it might not make sense to people right now, because like, what do you mean? It's the start of the bull. It was slow, but it's like the start of the bull market is essentially when the bottom is in, because that's the lowest it's going to go. And a lot of people think that the bottom is currently in. What do you guys think? Like, I think we hit 17.6 this year. Is that you guys think that
actually got down close to 16K?
Really?
Did it go below 17.5?
Keep going.
Let's see.
I think we got down to 17.
I
think it was 17.20.
I don't think you're gonna catch it on CoinMarketCap.
17,000.
No, you're not gonna see it on CoinMarketCap. It's not accurate.
But it was like the low 17s for sure.
We got Belief saying 17,567. If that is true, B-Roots called I think he called 17.5 or 17.25. And I know it was a little bit higher than what he did. But regardless,
Binance came in with 2.5 billion and bought the floor.
I agree with all these guys. Personally, I thought 17.5 was the bottom for me, and I think we hit it. I think we started the bull cycle, the mini bull cycle, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I say mini bull run. It's not the. I say mini.
I mean, if you look at the charts too, I'll pull it up. It's like it can pump, and then correct, and then pump again, right? Like we could have higher lows, right? Essentially, instead of being here at 19,000, our new low, which I thought it would probably be. Like, I really did not expect us to go to 19,000. When we were at 30,000, I was like, all right, we're probably close to the bottom. And then we just had more bad news come out. And, you know, I did not expect us to see 1750. But I remember B Roots was saying, I was like, yo, we were like 22,000 or like 25,000. And that was shocking at the time. And I was like, yo, do you think we're close to the bottom? He's like, you'll know the bottom is in when your jaw drops. And I was like, okay, well, my jaw hasn't necessarily dropped yet.
It dropped at 17K, though, I bet.
When ETH hit 1,000, 1,100, my jaw was like, what? So I think that's that. But yeah, I mean, so I think that if you do believe the bottom is in, well, then the bear market is technically over. Will it take some time? Yeah, it's going to take some time to get back to that bull run. How excited are you guys? And people in the chat too, like for everybody that's here, I really do believe this. Like everyone that's here, Pablo, Power, everybody in the chat, like, you're going to win just by default because you stuck through it. And it's hard for everybody. It's not fun. It's not fun to see your finances go down by, hundreds of percents, 5%, depending on what you invest in. But just understand, like, good times are around the corner. Now, it might take longer than we expect. It might be a drawn out process because it's not just crypto and finance we're looking at. We're looking at wars. We're looking at hyperinflation. Like, there's a lot of factors, elections in America. But in due time, we will see better times, and man, we're gonna appreciate those times so much more.
Man, you're gonna enjoy it. You know, you're gonna enjoy it for sure. It's gonna be a blast for anybody that's been in a bear market before and actually went through a whole bull cycle. You know what we're talking about. You know, we're talking about depression versus excitement. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. You're at home alone with no TV. That's the bear market. And you know, you're a freaking Disneyland on the bull cycle. That's the difference in happiness.
Yeah. I just hope that everyone in this chat has learned lessons from the previous bear market and bull market. And if you're just new and you just started maybe during this bear market, you got in a good time, and just learn from the people, right? And let's go through here before we hop into the Volt month of September. Let's just talk about real quick, like the most important lessons that we learned during the last bull cycle into this bear run. Maybe like one thing that you would change, one thing that you would do different. Maybe it's take profits, like not listen to the hype. Like, what would you guys say like the most important lesson was that you learned from experience the peak of the bull run all the way down to the depths of the bear market, and then kind of seeing where we're at today?
I would say don't get content, right? Getting content in the bull market can cause you a lot of money, cause you a lot of capital. Understand that the bull market is where you take profits.
Yep.
Remember that, guys. The bull market is where you collect and take profits, and you start to diversify, right?
And let me ask you a question on that, because it's tough, because when you see your $10,000, $100 turn into 20K and everybody's talking about it and everybody's hyping it up and everybody's saying it's going to the moon. Like, how do you take
the bull
profits?
market? Take it. But another thing too is that some of these new projects, when they come out, and I'm talking about the I'm talking about the meme tokens, right? And I'm talking about the bull market, right? A lot of times when these projects came out, they didn't have centralized exchanges to be able to take your profits. Remember, because you need liquidity. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well. But you buy in the bear, and in the bull market you sell. That's how it is.
Facts.
That right there is a key factor. If you're selling in the bear market, look, if you're selling in the bear market,
you're selling at a loss, in my opinion.
On a good project,
yeah,
you're literally like, forget you're paying off your house. You're done. You're not paying off your damn house this bull cycle, because if you're gonna try to catch the green candles in the bull cycle, you're gonna fail, because people like us have been holding all year plus.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We're gonna wreck you. We're gonna take our profits and wreck you as a new investor. So understand, you accumulate all through the bear market. Pick your favorite tokens. And I hope Volt is one of them, because Volt has done nothing but exceed expectations. You know what I mean? So pick your favorite tokens, as Power calls them. They're mini blue chips.
I like that, right?
I like those.
Pick your mini blue chips and hold on to them and keep stacking. If it dips, buy. Stack, buy. And then when the bull cycle kicks off, guess what? $40 million market cap, in my opinion, will be above a 40 billion market cap.
Whew, those are bullish predictions. I like that. It's all good advice. I think one thing that is like we have to talk about too, and this could apply to Volt too, right? Because I saw it so much with a lot of tokens, but it's like to not necessarily fall in love so deeply with the project. Like, you can love a project, you can support it, you can want it to go forever, you can hold most of your bag, but it's like, I saw a lot of tokens. You guys probably know there's a lot of them out there where people became so cult-like that they wouldn't sell it, right? They became, you can't be that emotionally attached. And I was guilty of it with some projects. Like, you become so emotionally attached that it affects your strategy. So it's like, you always have to put a crypto investing strategy over your love for the project, community, dev team, etc.
What you just said, strategy, right? End game.
Yes.
Exit, right? So let's talk about exit, right? How do you exit a project? Okay, first of all, Satoshi is setting everything up for you right now. Satoshi is getting listed on all of these centralized exchanges, right? Some of the
tier one incoming, tier one incoming,
some of the tier ones, right? But not only that, he has also whitelisted those particular exchanges for you can transfer your money without being taxed, right? And then you cash out over there. Or else, guess what? Crypto.com, I would transfer $3 million over there at Crypto.com. I would transfer $3 million in a Coinbase. I have no problem transferring $5 million to a freaking Gemini at all. Whales do it all day, right? For instance, right? Last week, a Shiba whale transferred close to $5 million worth of Shibas over to Binance, 3.7 trillion. Now, you see, that's what you do, right?
Why do you think that happened, Jake? Why do you think a Shiba whale transfer money from DeFi to an exchange? Why do you think that happened?
Most likely to take profits.
Not enough liquidity.
Well, think about this, Power. I believe that 𝗪𝗧𝗛 well is setting himself up for the bull cycle.
Yes, that too.
That's so much Shiba, dude. And that's you said
$5 million for Shiba.
$5 million now. Like Shiba's down 5x from its all-time high. So he has 20. Dude, this guy, whoever he is, he has 25 million in Shiba.
Yes,
dude, it's almost like a 10x, bro, because they hit a 50 billion market cap. You know what I mean?
I haven't
like
seen it.
6,
but
7.
my thing is this is my thing, Pablo and Jake. Why would he trust Binance with that amount of money?
Because the liquidity is so much stronger, man.
Right?
Like compared to DeFi, like people in DeFi think that DEX tools, that's it. You know what I mean? You got to look at the bigger picture. You know, go to CoinMarketCap and look at the actual 24-hour trading volume to determine if the project's doing good. You know, if the project's sitting in the millions of daily volume in the bear market, something good is going on with that project. Is that simple?
Yep, I agree. So, but you watch these whales and you watch what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
They're transferring their money to a tier 1 exchange for a reason, right? They're either preparing for the bull run, or else they're either using that tier 1 because they have a massive amount of liquidity where they can be able to cash out that amount of money, $2 million, $5-6 million. That's what you have. So that's the key. That's my opinion, Jake. That's the key.
I agree. It's look, you have to have a strategy. Have a strategy too. It's important. We should talk about it more. Have a strategy so that when it does pump, it's like, hey, you can still, let's say you have Volt right now and the price 100x's from here, right? Or whatever the number is for you. It might be different. You might just look for a 10x, a 50x. Pablo and Power looking for 1000x's, right? But it's like whenever it hits that number, you have a game plan. So even if it's probably going to keep going up, you say, hey, I'm going to take my strategy was to take 3 ETH when we did 100x. When it hits 100x, you take your 3 ETH. That way, it's like you still love the project, you support it, but you're not so emotionally invested where it's like, I'm not selling this ever. We're going to right. So it's like it's just it's strategy.
We don't teach that crap. We don't teach that crap in the Volt Army. You know, what we do teach them, what we do is that we actually teach the investors how to take profits. We say, hey man, look, when this thing heads to the, when Volt hits 2 billion, right? Realize that Satoshi has set it up already for you with the exchanges, right? And we have more tier 1s coming as well. But I'm saying with the tier 1s, right? You're going to be able to transfer funds, right? Because look, if you're sitting with 200 million, you're not going to be able to cash out all of that on the, you're not going to be able to cash that out on the DeFi. You're going to have some place to transfer that amount of money to. And that's where the exchanges come into place. So that's what we teach our investors.
I like that. You guys are teaching them the right way, because a lot of people are probably just like, hold forever, never sell. And it's like you have to do it. Take it responsibly too. And
the purpose of investing, if you're holding forever, you got to take some.
You're gonna get wrecked. Okay, don't hold it forever. Okay, that's not the point. The point is to invest in the project in the bear market. Find yourself the bag that's gonna set you free. That's what you got to do. You got to find the bag that's gonna set you free. If you never sell, how are you gonna get free? You're not.
Exactly.
Okay, so you gotta give yourself, like, let's say for example, we're sitting at a $40 million market cap. You're like, okay, when this thing hits the 1 billion for the first time, I might take out 10% of my portfolio. Okay, take out 10% of your portfolio. You have another target. When it hits 2 billion, 3 billion, I'll take another. Take some more, and do these. Have like a spreadsheet of your exit plan. You got to have an exit plan, because when Bitcoin hits that peak, everything's going to start coming down, including Volt, whether we like it or not.
Exactly.
I like it. This is a good conversation for us and for people that are investing too. So I think the chat's like it. Now, let's segue into the month of September, because it really was a volted month. And I would bet, I would like to have the conversation for anybody that's from another community to compare the months of September. And I guarantee none of the mini blue chips, as Power calls it, had a more successful month. So let's see here what happened for Volt Inu in the month of September. They have a spreadsheet here. 3 decentralized exchange listings, 4 centralized exchange listings, 5 buybacks, 4 utilities, 2 tier 1 exchanges, 2 sponsorships, 7 partnerships, 3 play to earn games, 5 media and press, and 14 global marketing. So the buyback and burn, I actually saw a tweet here from CRG. They did it pretty simple for us. So September buyback and burn update. Volt burned $150,000 worth of tokens. Volt bought back $90,000 worth of tokens. That's it.
Whoa.
I mean, that's insane. That's $250,000, $240,000 in buybacks and burns. That's $250,000 in buyback and burns. I don't like. Let's just use that. Let's not even talk about the exchanges, the tier ones, the partnerships.
Right?
Let's just use that. What other token has bought back and burned $250,000 in 1 month?
None.
In September.
In September, yeah. Because maybe back in June and July when things were going crazy, but in September, what other mini blue chips, like Power likes to call it, we're going to trademark that for you, bought back and burned $240,000. Can anybody name me one?
There's none.
There's not. So just that alone is enough to be like, wow, what these guys are doing. But that's literally that's not even a tenth of what they accomplished in September. So that's huge right there. Shout out to the dev team. This is always meant to me. Volt has constantly done buyback and burns. Volt has constantly not lowered the buy tax, but they've done buy competitions where you buy Volt and they refund you the buy tax in Volt. They're always looking out for the community. This right here is a community thing, right? They don't have to use $90,000 to buy back Volt. Like what most developers in this DeFi space did, and thankfully we have a good one here. They take that $90,000 and they cash it out, right? Yeah. Like Volt is buying back. They don't have to burn $150,000. That's $150,000 in tokens that they could potentially cash out. So this right here speaks volumes to the dev team.
Not including the fact that he paid a bunch of people's power bill throughout the entire month as well. And then he gave away all that money for the play to earn game. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of money given away as well. So you got to look at the bigger picture. And this is just helping out the community. This is no listings. This is nothing. This is just literally helping out the community.
Absolutely. Moving on there, but like I said, that's enough here. Here's the listing. So everything shown in the chart above corresponds to something that add to Volt. They're talking about above. Volt is currently on over 50 exchanges. Do you guys have the exact number? Because I think it's more. They've been adding. But anyways, if somebody has a correct number, put it in the chat. I think it's 55 now. I lose track. But we have the Gate.io listing, which is a massive tier 1 exchange listing. Even if they just got listed on Gate.io in September, that's a massive win. That's a top 5 exchange in my opinion. And we had that foolery, we can call it, right? Where Gate.io, we got listed on Gate.io for the competition, and then they reversed it because of bots, which I think people probably put bots onto the votes just to screw Volt over. Yeah. And guess what? We got delisted. Did Voltoshi complain and send the mob of Volt Army supporters after Gate.io to raid him? No. What did he do? He's like, okay, no worries. I'm not going to say anything about it.
Politically.
Yeah. I think he's a president. That guy needs to be a president. He handles things very, very diplomatically, right?
Yep, he does.
Diplomatical approach.
Diplomatic Voltoshi.
I'm over here bro, they went from 500 volts to 8,000 in 1 second.
Crazy.
What the crap? How did Gate not see that? I was saying that, and he's like, relax. I got paperwork. I got a spread list of all the wallets from our community. I wrote them down on paper. I got a spreadsheet. I'm going to submit it to Gate.io so they know the real winner. I was like, wow. All right. I guess I'll just relax.
We need to have Crypto Che or some of the meme gods create a diplomatic Voltoshi meme with the Volt logo on the president's face, speaking very calmly, because he is. He handled it well. What did he do? He just went up, said, hey, you know what? We want to get on Gate. We talked about Gate. Let's pay for it. Paid for it. Got listed on Gate. We have a Swift coin listing. Bittrex is also big. Now, apparently, we got listed on Bittrex, and then it got there were some issues, and now it's relisted, correct?
Mm-hmm. But you know something? They had the same issues with Shiba as well when they listed Shiba 2 months ago. Same scenario. But yeah, man. But they figured it out, and now we're live.
And that's all that matters, right?
And for those that don't know, there's a Bittrex, and then there's a Bittrex Global. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's a lot like Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. You get what I'm saying? So first of all, they throw out they pick a token and they put it on Bittrex Global. They let it run for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, give it some time, see how it does, and then they move it over to their main thing. So
nice.
Think about that, guys. Think about that. Coinbase Pro is Bittrex Global is literally like Coinbase Pro.
And that's the Bittrex exchange. There you go.
You see
so Bittrex is the main exchange, and the Bittrex Global is the smaller one that kind of tests stuff out.
Exactly.
So how do we get Volt on Bittrex? Is it something like the community can do? Do we go there and buy? Do we open up?
Well, look, it's like similar to Coinbase Pro. What will happen is that particular crypto that new crypto would trade on Coinbase Pro for about a week or 2 weeks, and then it comes on to the main exchange.
Nice, very very big there, and yeah, I mean, I think it's good that we were able to clear up the whatever happened on the back end, but I think hey, we're not in bad company.
But it's still a tier 1. It's still Bittrex.
Exactly. But if they had issues listing SHIB and they had issues listing Volt, we're not in bad company. We're not in bad company. So it's good that they listed both. TideX that are listing, 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧 Exchange, Cat Exchange, Bit Global, SHIB Swap, Rants Protocol, all got listed. Volt also added 3 play-to-earn games, thereby introducing 3 additional utilities to what have already been established, and a few more partnerships and sponsorships. The Neutra partnership, Ember payment platform integration, Rage fans partnerships, official OKSE credit card partnership, official Meta Rivals partnership, official Radio Kaka partnership, official DFS Mafia Fantasy Sports. Like the way that I look at this, though, exactly the way I'm looking at this, dude, is like, just think about look, I get it. We're looking at it. It's partnerships, but like, just put yourself into Votoshi's shoes for a second. He constantly is updating the community on Twitter, right? Constantly hosting things in different events. But like, this probably took 10 hours to close, 10 hours to close, 10 hours to close, 20 hours to close, 10 hours to close, 10 hours to close, right? Like, it's not quick deals. Like, these exchanges, this probably took 5 to 10 calls, 10 hours to get listed. Like,
Bittrex took a while.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you have to remember like how I don't think anybody thinks about that for the developers. They're just like, Dev, when price go up? It's like, dude, this is what we call serious building during the bear market, and no one can tell me otherwise.
And the thing with Bittrex told Boltoshi straight out, look, if I gotta watch the 𝗖𝗧𝗧 volume, that's what we want to see.
Exactly what they said.
We want to see a 24-hour 𝗖𝗧 volume for a week, for 2 weeks. We want to see what you guys bring to the top tier exchanges. You know what I mean? So we were being tested through 𝗖𝗧𝗧 for Bittrex. And then, Bittrex, like, all right, you kept it over $1 million of daily volume in 𝗖𝗧𝗧 for Volt, $1 million. So they're like, we're going to bring you in. You're going to be our 4th meme coin in our entire platform.
Not bad. 4th. We're not memes anymore. We're mini blue chips.
Mini blue chips.
I'm gonna get a tweet out because I like that because it's true, and we should classify that, right? Because we have our micro caps that are just the shit coins that you can make a lot of money in, but we also have the mini blue chips, which are, I think we all have a good idea of what those classify. Shout out to Crypto Chick. She said, "Thank you, Jake. Volt Army appreciates you. Crypto Chick, I missed you. Thank you so much for the donation, and the Volt Army appreciates you. I know Power and Pablo do, and I know the entire community does. So it's very, very, very thankful for this, and it's reciprocated. So we appreciate you as well."
Yeah, it's her fault. I went to war yesterday. They were talking bad to Crypto Chick. Imagine a community talking bad to Crypto Chick.
How?
Come on, how disrespectful,
Yeah. How do you do that? I think Voltoshi. I always wonder what his like past was. I do. I wonder, was he in marketing? Was he in, but it's like he's really good at marketing. He chooses the buses, it's like he's which is an effective route, right? He's not going like newspaper or phone ads. Like, he's choosing buses, which is like, and he's choosing big areas. But here's the buses. I'm pretty sure he volted Dallas. Is that correct? We did New York. We did LA. And you can see here.
There it is.
New York.
Neither does Volt. 35 buses riding around Texas with Volt billboards in 7 states: California, Utah, Illinois, Nevada, Texas, Georgia, and Colorado. The SmartCon sponsorship, which I believe was the Chainlink SmartCon.
Yeah.
And if you watch that, if you saw it, maybe we can find it in just a second. But if you look,
that was amazing. Amazing experience.
Oh yeah, were you there? Were people?
I was there.
You were there. Wow.
Yeah, I was there. I was there at the booths.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. It was great, man. We had over 200 investors, businesses. They all came to our booth asking about Volt Inu. We actually got the chance to talk to some of the Chainlink developers as well. They came to our booth. We also got the chance to speak to FEMAX. That's one of the exchanges that we were listed on.
Yeah.
We got the opportunity to have a conversation with OKX. They were there as well. And the CEO from FTX was there. He actually did like he did like a he did like a lecture, like a whole entire presentation, and it was crowded, man. Plus we also had the Solana developer, who actually came through as well. So it was a pretty busy atmosphere. I was just so perplexed with the amount of people. Man, the amount of people. Man, it was close to 3,000 people in that one area, in that building. 3,000 people for that for the conference. It was
my guy Vel was there.
Yeah,
Big Vel was there
too. Yeah, Vel was there.
Vel's a legend. One of my favorite follows on Instagram. And also thank you to J Volt for the super chat. He said, buy the dip, 100 million to 2 billion. And that's my baby bag. Go Volt Army. Go Volt Army. We agree. Thank you so much for the super chat. And here it is, the sponsors. Like this also, I think I made a video and talked about this. It's like, look, you have Tron, massive project. You have Avalanche, massive project. Tron was the main sponsor, right? Top 3 with Bridgewater. But look, you have Avalanche, also known as AVAX, massive project. You have BNB Chain. And then who else is in the same exact bracket? Volt Inu.
Yes.
Like this, like Volt is legitimizing itself as a legit project here in the crypto space, right? This goes a long way. Like that's why I make videos about Volt, about like all the small different things, but people don't realize that all the small wins add up, right? It's you're not just gonna look. SHIB kind of just became a SHIB. Like they just launched a swap on the Ethereum blockchain. It was the right time. They became a SHIB. But it's like most projects and most businesses that are successful have hundreds of small wins that could go unnoticed on a daily basis that add up into major success. So this is another win for Volt Inu, but it's pretty cool to see. Like this should have been talked about more. Like Volt is in the same category as BNB Chain, AVAX, and here's Volt.
Yes, it's a big deal, man. It's a big deal. 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧 protocol, another project big that was in the same category as we were. So
Circle, is this USDC?
Yeah, the 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧 protocol, man.
Circle right here.
Yep.
Yep. So, I like that. I like this one better though. But yeah, so that's big there. It's cool. You were there. And Power, were you like fully doxxed, like with the community talking to people? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was doxxed.
Nice, man.
He looked like he was working at T-Mobile, bro.
Running the booth.
Because Chainlink, when we first got there, Chainlink gave us the Chainlink sweaters, the hoodies, the shirts, the cups. They gave us like the I think they gave us like the iPad thing that we can scan the visitors when they come to our booth. So a whole lot of different things. So I was rocking my Chainlink hoodie.
Nice. That would be sick. And let's just round out here the month. I mean, so far, guys, successful month. Hopefully everybody in the chat sees it as well. VDSC party in New York. Did you guys go to that?
Did you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That'd be lit. VDSC party.
Look, man, Satoshi rented out that whole the entire rooftop for that party. Yes, it was insane. Right? It was crazy, man. I think we were like up on like the 30th floor.
Insane,
rooftop.
Dude. New York is fun too.
Yeah. All free drinks for like 3 hours. All free food for 3 hours.
No way. That's incredible.
He paid for everything, man. Everything. It was crazy. And look, man, it was pretty crowded too.
Yeah.
Pretty crowded.
I bet there was people there. That's nice. I think hopefully we have another one here. One of our sponsor fighters, Gilbert Burns. We're still waiting for him to fight. He's ready to fight. He's waiting on an opponent. And I think we're still going to be doing that Volt Inu after party wherever we do end up. So maybe we make it.
I'll be at that one too, man.
Yeah, maybe
too, bro.
We make it. You have to hold a VDSC NFT to get in. I don't know exactly what we'll do, but that will be very, very exciting. But that's the wrap up for the month. I mean, literally, like this is all live. Show me one other mini blue chip that is doing what Volt Inu is doing, and I will gladly invest if I already haven't yet. Right? Like that's a lot of shit that happened.
You're not gonna find it, Jake. They don't exist.
So. Yeah,
there's only two.
Yeah. Colt is doing great things. Volt, I mean, the new token proof of means that B Roots and them call, like they're doing stuff, but it's hard to do. But the thing is too, it's like you look at what's happening with the Volt chart, like it's prices down, do something, Voltoshi. You look what's happening with the Colt chart, prices down, do something, Mr. O. But it's like, look,
it's just the market, man.
It's the market.
Yeah, just the market.
It is the market. Let's see.
Look,
what
you gotta look at it this way. You gotta look at it this way as an investor. Okay, people invest on emotion. It's all an emotion. Okay, so if the emotion is red, guess what? People are investing in fear. Now, when the emotion is green, everybody's gonna invest without nonstop. Think about it. They're gonna think that it's gonna go forever. They're gonna be talking about Bitcoin going to 500,000. Bitcoin going to 500,000. Blah blah blah. And the whole world is gonna be flooding into crypto, and it's gonna be nonstop buying. That's the bull cycle. See, in the bear market, is the opposite. They're saying Bitcoin's going to $10,000, and the reason why they're saying that is because they want you not to buy, so they can buy. You know what I mean? Institutions say stuff like that, and the media says stuff like that because they want you to target a $10,000 Bitcoin while these guys are buying at 17.5. Well, they're buying at 18,000. See, it's all a mental game. Same thing's gonna be for the bull market. They're gonna tell you Bitcoin's going to 500K, and these guys are gonna be selling at 200K. See what I'm saying? That's institution smart money working against the retail investor.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's like, it's all about timing. It's all about timing. But for me personally, with my mini blue chips, like it's not for me personally. I love it too. It's not take profit time. For me personally, everybody's in different situations, right? Like if somebody out there is a single mother, right? I'll just use this example, and you have to pay rent because inflation's high, and you have a small bag of a mini blue chip or another crypto, and you have to cash out. You have to do what you got to do, right? You can't go on the streets. But it's like,
well, you shouldn't be investing at all. If you're
probably,
yeah, I mean, like, hey man, if you're investing your rent money, don't do it. Come on, bad idea.
Exactly. This is a funny tweet here. Dream vacation 2016. I stopped having nightmares after purchasing my first bag of Volt. Now I sleep like a baby. Yeah. Apparently buying Volt cures sleep paralysis as well. And once you buy a bag of Volt, you get 8 hours of sleep every night, like a baby. Like a baby, smooth and sound. But I think that is true. Now, we haven't heard much, at least me personally. I think there has been updates about VoltiChange. I heard something about it's not even live, and there was attacks coming in from different servers. So maybe you guys can provide the latest update here for VoltiChange.
Well, so VoltiChange has been running for over 30 days now in the blockchain. Very tiny fraction, micro fractions. Okay, it's just being testnet right now, running, and we haven't even shared it with the world. There's no links, there's no information, and it's still already got over 700 cyber attacks trying to get into
700 individual.
Yes,
that's crazy. So who is it? Like, is it people? Is it just bots? Is it like, do we know who? I don't really know anything about that type of thing.
It's
bots and hackers. Bots and hackers. They're trying to get into VoltiChain before VoltiChain explodes. They want to have a position in there. They want to be able to get in, take their money, and get out. Right. So Voltoshi, as the great individual that he is, he wants to make sure the security is top notch. He wants to make sure that all this is secure for the community, for the investors. We've seen what happens to an app that's not secure. We've seen it multiple times. We've seen it. So when you have an app or a wallet or whatever you want to do that it's going to be released, and you're going to have 20, 30, 50, 100,000 people flood into it, guess what's going to happen? It's going to bring a lot of money, right? So with that being said, you got to have the best security possible. So what do? You let this thing run wild for a while, test it, find the type of attacks that they're going to come at you, and fix the problem before the problem becomes a problem. And that's exactly what Voltoshi's doing with VoltiChain.
I mean, dude, there's no rush to get this out. Like, I hope Voltoshi knows that. I try to preach it in like my videos. I'm like, look at Cardano. Cardano has not released a product. It's been 6 years, and they're a top 10 cryptocurrency. It's like, I hope Voltoshi, even when it's ready, like take a note from Richard Hart. Richard Hart has Pulse Chain probably ready to go. He's not releasing it because it's during a bear market. So I hope Voltoshi, maybe he's listening though. Maybe I hope he's listening.
Jake.
Yeah, well, I just hope this is a message to Voltoshi. I hope he's listening, even if it's ready today, that he times this up perfectly with the launch or with the rise of the next bull market. Because even if VoltiChange is the most revolutionary app in the world right now, and he releases it today, it's not going to do it's not going to do anything near what it would do if Bitcoin's back up to 35,000 and climbing, and then Volt Inu decides to release a revolutionary app, right? And the timing also gives you more time to build the security, build the features, make it better, test it out more. So that's my only hope for VoltiChain. Like, there's no rush. I don't think anybody in the Volt community it's a necessity to get VoltiChain today, right? Like, we're still having fun. We're still talking about it.
You had some that was, rushing Satoshi saying, release VoltiChain, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
but
like, it's not the smartest. Yeah, it's not the smartest
thing. Because you know something, Jake, right? Let's say that Satoshi does releases it, right? And it's the bear market. I think it's going to lose its power, right?
Yeah.
It's going to lose that catalyst, right? Because VoltiChain is a catalyst. So you want to preserve those catalysts in the bull market, for the bull market. Like you just said, when Bitcoin is headed to 35,000, then you release it.
Exactly. To be honest, though,
he did say that he was going to release it this year.
He did.
For sure. But he's not giving us an exact date.
No,
and he doesn't have to.
No.
If he goes back on his word and says, "Hey," he doesn't have to get. He doesn't owe anyone an explanation either. He can just say, "Hey, we're going to push the release date back." No one will care. I also think that he's a little bit smarter than us three on the stream, and he's probably already thought about this, and he probably already he knows what he's doing. But as a content creator for Volt, right? If he said, "Hey, I know I said we're going to release it at the end of the year. The market's still pretty shitty. We're going to hold off on releasing it," I wouldn't care. I would come out and make videos and support that. And I would say that's a smart decision. Like, you're actually helping the project and helping the investors, because, like Power said, if he releases VoltiChain right now, you might get some volume, but you're not going to get anywhere near the volume you're going to get during
like a 30% pump. That's it. Who wants a 30% pump?
No,
I mean,
exactly.
I want a 3, 5, 800% pump.
Yeah.
So
you release this during, especially when the market turns around and you have the right marketing around it too, and then you actually have taken the time to build it out and make it revolutionary. That's where you get, the 1,000% that we're talking about.
Well, think about this. When Ethereum, would you rather release it when Ethereum's at $1,200 or $2,000? You know what I mean? That's a big difference. It's a big difference, because now you got Ethereum at 2K at the new floor. And now you're working to the new all-time high on Ethereum. Guess what? Volt is built on Ethereum. So not only are we pumping, not only Ethereum is pumping, but they're dragging us with it. So we're pumping too. They cover 50% of our volume. 50% of our volume comes from Ethereum. You know what I mean? So if Ethereum is hurting, guess what? We are hurting. A lot of projects built on USDC or something, so they have a stability and whatever, which is okay. But when the bull run kicks off, guess what? Those tokens are not going to pump. What tokens will pump? Tokens built on, ABAX, built on Chronos, built on, on these top tokens that are going to move. And Ethereum being, the king, and we're built on the king. Well, guess what's going to happen when we release VoltiChain at the right time?
100%. That's the most important thing. We're all in agreement. I think the chat is too. And even if Voltoshi's not, if he's like, yeah, you know what, it's gonna be ready. It's gonna be ready in December. We're gonna roll it out. I would still support it. But obviously, I think that a lot of crypto is about timing. A lot of crypto is about the story. A lot of crypto, really is about timing too, right? Like if Volt launched in June of last year, it probably would have been multi-billion. They decided to launch in 2022. We're gonna call it 2022 Power. We're done with the 2021. It's 2022. It's 2022. So yeah, I think it is. It's good, but I think we're all excited for it, right? It's a main utility, and they're developing other utilities. And at the end of the day, man, I've seen so many
300K views on that video.
No way.
Is it, I think it's close to that.
Let's pull it up. It's
250 or 300K.
253. That's a lot of views, dude.
Yeah, now you see that? That means that this thing is popular.
That's crazy.
People are waiting.
We just saw a wallet get released, Power, and Jake. We saw a wallet get released last week, and it only has 100 downloads. 100 downloads. Like, what good is releasing any type of utility right now with results like that? 100 downloads. It's useless.
It's not. I think there's a fine line, and this is for like other developers that I've seen. There's a fine line between not releasing utilities but continuing to build and update your communities than doing the latter, right? Like a lot of devs are just like, oh, it's the bear market. We're not going to release utilities. We're not going to update the community. We'll be back. Like, at least Volt is still doing partnerships. They're just not releasing the bread and butter of the ecosystem, which is fine. But yeah, VoltiChains came out. I mean, look, we used to have 600, 800 people in these streams. Now we have 200. We're grateful for all 200. But the same thing applies. There's not as many retail investors in the crypto space. Not as many people are going to use VoltiChains to buy today as they will when their bags get back up and other tokens are pumping. So I think we're all in agreement that timing is of the essence. Timing is important. And even if he says, hey, I know I said 2022, but the market shit, we're going to shoot for 2023. Perfect. Okay. And even if he says, hey, 2023 is still slow, which we hope it's not, but even if it's slow like this and he says, hey, we're going to wait, like, perfect.
It's fine.
Take your time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, think about this. Think about this. Like, right. The main thing here is for everybody to get set free, right? You get set free. You want to walk away from your 9-to-5 job. All three of us were able to do that. Were we not? All of us are free. We're free because we held our bag in the slow times. You know what I mean? And we took our profits in the good times. That's how we got free. It's reality. It's how you make money in crypto. You stack up. You stack up when it's down, when it's trading sideways. If your project is trading sideways, that is the project to run with. It's trading sideways, okay? If a project's sitting between 30 and 50 million for the last 3 months, guess what? That's a quality project.
Strong.
Mini blue chip.
It's a mini blue chip, baby. It's a strong mini blue chip. But I think Pablo's right. Like, I never hype things up crazy, but it's like, look, crypto will provide you an opportunity to become financially free. And especially in this DeFi space, right? Like, if you're just buying Bitcoin, maybe not, right? But if you're in this DeFi space and you find good projects early and you get in and you have a strong community and you can hold through, like, you do have the chance. Me, Power, and Pablo are normal people. We're regular guys, and like, we just happen to, I don't even want to say it's skill. We just happen to invest in projects early, get in, and then have a sound game plan to get out at the right time. And that gave us enough wiggle room to leave our day jobs, right? And I think that's the goal for everybody. But I've seen it happen for a lot of people. Like, you can do it too. We're no different than you. All you have to do is stay consistent, find the right projects, stay educated, have a game plan. And during the next cycle, you obviously need a bull run to happen. But during the next cycle, you can do it for yourself and your family.
You know what's crazy, Jake? You know what's crazy? The reason why I named myself Pablo CRO is because CRO set me free, right? CRO set me free. So I took my profits in the bull market at the peak. I took my profits. I took all my profits. I sold all my CRO. I was like, okay,
I did it too.
Free. I'm good. Okay, but guess what I did in the bear market, Jake? Guess what I did? Go to my Twitter. I'm going to show you. Go to my Twitter page.
Going right now.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show what people I did in the bear market with CRO. I'm going to show you. Now go to my link tree. Now you see where it says Pablo.eth, very top. Click on it.
You're showing the proof of work.
Click on that. Click on
that.
You
got your wallet? You got your wallet on here?
Well, that's the wallet that I don't really do anything with. I just have it. That's just that's my CRO wallet. So you click on it. Click on it on the top. What does that say right there, Jake?
It looks like it says $102,000.
It's a 1 million token CRO. 1 million. See?
That was your goal, though. You were trying to get the 1 million.
Well, that was my whole CRO bag that I sold.
Okay.
That I sold.
Okay.
I sold that in the peak of the bull market, and I was like, you know what? When the bear market comes, I'm gonna buy my whole bag back, and that's exactly what I did.
So how much did you sell it for? Like, what was because the price was around like what? I don't even remember, $8 or 8 cents.
No, it went all the way up to 95 cents.
Yeah. And what's that now?
It's 10 cents. 11
no way, dude.
Yep. But look at it.
No, it's just shocking like that. It's down so much. I remember when it pumped when they like did the Staples Center and like it was.
That thing ran, man. It ran.
Hey, look at that! Look at that warning at the top. Look at the warning at the top. Did you see that? It has a warning. Gotta love it. Crypto.com coin has rebranded to Chronos.
It's a better name.
You like Chronos better?
Yeah, I mean, now that it's like, well, you automatically you associate CRO with Crypto.com like most people. I guess Crypto.com for branding is better, but it's like I don't really want to buy the Crypto.com coin. It sounds too too corporate, Like Chronos is cool and the symbol CRO is cool.
Yeah. Go to the all-time high. You'll see. It was almost at $1.
I remember when it was going parabolic, dude. I think I bought in around here, like just on the way up, because like I saw the Staples Center stuff, like they just weren't missing.
Yeah. And I thought it was going. I thought it was going to run to $2. No joke.
So when did you take profits? Around this time?
Between 75 and 90 cents.
Nice, man.
I started taking my profits at 75 cents, and I had a little over a million tokens that I bought for 1 penny. You know what I mean?
Wow. It's a win.
So yeah, I was taking some good chunks of money.
Shout out Jazz Royce, our guy. He said Pablo in the community. Shout out to Jake. Pablo, empower the community of the stream. Got me fired up for the day already. Well, we're gonna probably be doing this more consistently. I love it. 200 people in here. I think it's good. I love talking about Volt. I can talk about it like all day. And it's fun to have you guys on here. You know, I consider you guys my friends and the community too. It's like it's a positive stream. It's a fun stream, you know, in the midst of a bear market. It's like, so imagine what these streams are going to be like when it's going crazy. Like imagine the Volti change launch stream. Like that's going to be fucking.
Oh my God. Oh, you're probably gonna have like 1,000 people in your
15,000, baby.
Man,
15,000.
It's gonna be so crazy because think about this. We just entered the top 500 cryptos in the world, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
let's talk about
that.
Let's talk about that, Jake. Yes.
Talking about that, baby.
Pull it up.
Okay, that was big, dude. Because CoinMarketCap notoriously hates these DeFi plays, but I think it's because we graduated from a meme coin to a mini blue chip, and they put us like that's huge, dude. To literally launch during a bear market and to be a top 500 crypto in the world. And I don't know exactly how many there are now. There used to be 10,000. There's probably more now, right? There's probably close to
like
20,000.
20,000.
So that puts us in the top 0.05%.
Yeah.
Is my math correct?
Yeah.
0.005%, ain't it?
I think it's 0.05 because if it was 10,000, would be I think it's 0.025.
Yeah, there you go.
0.025.
0.025.
So we're in the 0.025% of all cryptos in the entire world. That's including Bitcoin, Cardano, XRP, like the main tokens. Volt Inu is a top 500 token, right?
Look at our daily volume, Jake. Look at the daily volume. 3 million.
3.1 million.
See,
it was higher than that. It was higher than that when we got listed on Gate. It was like at what 7 million.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was wild.
Do we know what it was during the migration where we went to?
It was at 10 million, 10 to 11 million.
So Volt hasn't really seen its days of like massive high volume because it will at one point. Like you guys can use this. You can clip this up for a receipt. At one point, I do see Volt having hundreds of millions of volume.
Yep.
During the peak of a bull run, Volt will have hundreds of millions of trading volume.
Yeah, man. Jake, I was showing the other day on my channel. I was talking about the top 200, right? The top 200 tokens, and we actually have more daily volume than a lot of the top 200 tokens. You know, we're outperforming the top 200, so we're coming for the top 100 and moving our way up. See, go to the second page and you'll see in the top between the 100 and the 200. You'll see. I
mean, we're close to 87. Like to be. You know, dude, we're higher than 86 XDC network.
Yep, look at that. 3.7 million.
Higher than 92.
But you know why they're ranked? Because the name, the brand.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. You know, it's the name. It's the
brand. Well, they probably launched. I mean, like let's just go to Decred. Never heard of it. They have a 357 million. So they have a 357 million dollar market cap, and they're only doing 1.7 million in volume a day, which doesn't add up because no one's buying or selling. I think it's maybe people are staking it, maybe people are holding it, but all of these tokens, all launched. Yep. This launched in 2016.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of these, dude, a lot of the ones in the top 100, 200, 300, 400 are actually dust tokens. Like they're kind of dust. Like no one's buying them. They just kind of got in early in 2016 or holding.
Yep.
But they're going to run in the bull market, though, Jake. They're going to run in the bull market, Jake.
For sure.
But you see what I'm saying? We're doing much better than the top 200, and it's wild, man. Look that Genesis right there. Look, 2 million daily volume. We're doing better than those guys. See what I'm saying? Volt is set for success. It is set for success. You want the next big thing? It's gonna be Volt. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be Volt. I have never come down on my word, Jake. We're going to be a top 10 crypto in the world. I'm telling you. I've been saying that since day one. And when we do it, I'm going to go fucking have a VIP dinner with Michael Saylor. Okay?
You're going to be retired. You're going to buy SpaceX and Tesla from Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a bid on SpaceX.
Hey, Jake, I want you to go over how difficult it is to even get rank on CMC.
Impossible. Like it's impossible, dude. Like they I covered 𝗖𝗧𝗧, I covered 𝗪𝗧 for the longest time.
Yeah.
And they like, dude, and so first off, they just wouldn't do it. I don't know why. They never gave explanations. They never answered. Maybe because they thought, hey, we're in a bull market and these are probably going to drop. We don't want to make it a top.
Yep.
Like it hasn't survived a cycle yet. We don't know.
Yeah.
But it was incredibly tough. And let's just talk about 𝗖𝗧𝗧. 𝗖𝗧𝗧 was a top 67 token, right? It was number 67 in terms of its market cap. I think it was like 6.5 billion.
Yes.
What does that do for an investor? Right? For an investor, when you log in, right? Let's just pull up Volt Inu again. As an investor, I see Jake, Pablo, and Power. They're talking about Volt so bullish. I want to check it out on CoinMarketCap. So I pull it up, and here's the chart. And I can see here, oh, wow, Volt Inu. It's the number. What's the first thing you see? You see this red thing, which is just saying that the contract is not renounced, which is actually a good thing. Not sure why they warn people. It's actually good to have that in the DeFi space. But you come here and you say, oh, wow, it's on 18,000 watch list, and it's ranked 465.
I'm going to do some research.
That does, like, humans are all about psychology. Like, this actually does a lot. If this was ranked 2,676,
I won't buy it.
That does a lot more than if, oh, it's a top 500. Like, whether you believe it or not, I think we all do believe it. But whether you like know the psychology, crypto's all psychology. Oh, this is a top 500 project. They have more volume than the top, some of the top 75 tokens. Let me look into it and do more research. But hey, this is a top, 2,800 token. Like, is it that good? So it's really cool that they updated it. I don't know how. I was obviously traveling. Like, did VoltOshi did he ask them to? Did they just kind of do it out of nowure?
He's got a guy. Let's just say that he's got a guy.
He's got a guy for everything.
Yeah.
You realize the Volt team is not just VoltOshi, man. VoltOshi's made out of 10 to 15 developers. It's
no way.
Yeah, it's a big team. Like think about the best team that you can gather up in the crypto space, and you put them all together in a round table and said, how are we going to make this the next big thing? That's the VoltOshi. That's
crazy. I'm still going to talk about it like it's one guy, though. Just more fun. I like to make him a Superman. More fun.
Yeah, this guy's on 24/7, guys.
Because the VoltOshi, we know, dude. Yeah, he's doing all the marketing, all the exchanges, all the Twitter, all the partnerships. Yeah,
everything.
I figured it was like a team, but it's fun to call him.
It's a team. He has a special legal team that does the exchanges.
Yep.
Nice. Well, and it also makes sense. It's like, well, Satoshi, probably was multiple people. A lot of people expect Ryoshi to be multiple people, right? Satoshi Kusama might be multiple people. So Mr. Omodulus, I don't know, could be. It was the Cult founder, Cult CEO, could be multiple people. Like it takes a lot, Jay Gagan could be multiple people.
Dude, imagine just answering DMs, Jake. How much work that is.
You gotta
do a lot.
Oh God, he spends about 2 to 3 hours every time he wakes up in the morning. He tells me I spend 3 hours answering some G questions about Voltachain, about tier ones, about why we're down 5%, sir. I went from $500 to $400.
He answers that.
He answers all that.
He doesn't have to. Like I would, like a CEO of Apple. Like if Apple goes down 10%, like they're not answering it. The CEO of Microsoft is not like. That's why crypto is like, it's so strange. I like that he's undoxed too, because it gives people less access to him. Which some people would be like, wait, why would you say that? But it's like, I don't know. I've made videos about it too. It's like, when developers are doxxed, we're seeing it happen now, right? Unfold in the crypto space now.
So much drama.
A lot of drama, man. You have bad past. You're just too connected. So it's like, right now we could say if the project goes down, it's like, hey, it's VoltOshi, right? But who is VoltOshi? What has he done in his past? You don't know. You just know what he's done that he's shown you. So I liked the undoxed part that we have for VoltOshi.
For certain projects,
you have to trust them,
because first of all, this is Volt is a little different, just because Satoshi has proved to me that he's going to do the right thing, and he's not a scammer, right? I mean, you got a lot of you have a lot of developers out there that are undoxed that are scammers. Sorry to say it. I'm just going to put it out there, right, Pablo? I'm going to put it out there.
It's the truth.
Look, it's hard to find a good developer you can actually trust with your money, because the Power and I and you, Jake, we have massive investments in this project. Like we have a lot of money. Most people in the bear market, if they had our position right now, they would be fucking twitching and shaking and scared to death. Okay. But all of us, we go to sleep every night. We're chilling. You went on vacation. Like, we're all like, look, we know the volu𝗧𝗛 team. We know what they're doing. We're just going to be fine. We're relaxed. We're okay. You get what I'm saying? That's that's the feeling that you get from the Volt team. That's the feeling that you get, the peacefulness in the bear market that you don't get anywhere else.
Look at the work look at the work they're putting in. And you have to have that trust, but that trust is built. Like, not every I don't feel that way about every undocs developer. I feel that way about a certain few. And there's probably some really good docs developers. And guess what? There's a lot of weirdos.
Polygon. You got Polygon.
There's a lot of weirdos out there that literally will show their face though on YouTube and all that stuff. Like, I've seen developers do it and then rug projects. I'm like, how dumb do you have to be? Like, you're literally like, you just like, you're on YouTube talking about your project and you just rugged it. Like, that's not going away anytime. So yeah. So it's like, it's a case by case thing for me with developers. Like, if a developer proves themselves, like even this guy, I think his name's Roger with Proof of Memes. I don't own any of it. It went parabolic, but he's on like Twitter Spaces with 𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗛 and Ian. The guy's so smart, so intelligent, and it's like, I trust him more. He's not doxed. We know his name's Roger, probably not even a real name, but you trust him more. Like, yeah. So it's like the developer's important.
His name's probably not Roger.
It's probably not. Like,
come on, what are the odds of his name being Roger? You know what I mean?
I mean, dude, if I was speaking and I was a developer and he took a token from literally from inception to 80 million market cap during a bear market, which is insane. But it's like, if I was a undocs developer with all that money and all that responsibility, maybe you don't give your real name, because it's like, oh, his name's Roger and this is what his voice sounds like. It's easier to find you than if his name was Carl and this is what his voice sounds like. But he does sound like Roger.
But you know what it is too, Jake? I actually trust developers that have already made it, like they're wealthy, before they create the project.
Me too.
𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧, same situation. The dev he's already made it.
Yeah.
𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗏 already made it. He has the money. He doesn't. I don't see a purpose there of him rugging the project if he's already made it.
100% agree. Like, if you already have money, and it seems like what these guys are doing it for is for the thrill of it, and what that means is they're addicted to the pursuit, to the winning of excellence. Right? When you have money, and you've made money, your main focus doesn't become money necessarily, right? Because more zeros in your bank account and more digits doesn't really do much for you on a daily basis, right? Like, I think to satisfy your basic needs, right? To quit that job, to pay off your debt, like that does a lot, right? That's important, right? But once you have a certain number in your bank account, more money just kind of goes in there, right? So it's like, you do want a dev. You don't want a dev that's just starting out with $100 in his bank account, because when he gets that million, he's going to think differently. But it's like, if you have a dev that already has made millions, well, then if he gets more, like, he can use those funds appropriately, right? That marketing wallet fills up and it's $5 million. He's not thinking, oh my God, I got to take this because this is the most money I've ever had. He's like, hey, how can I reinvest this to make this more, and then reinvest this to make it more? And let me take this, like, $240,000 to do buyback and burns. A dev that has $10 in his bank account is going to take that 240,000, call it a wrap, and move on to the next one. So
that's the key, Jake. You know something, Jake? That's something that a lot of the investors have to look at. They have to look for that when they're looking for a project.
Well, look at the migration, right? Look at the migration. Yeah. We all trusted volu𝗧𝗛𝗏 with our money, all of us, right?
Yes.
He had a wallet sitting around $7 to $9 million.
Yeah, that's it right there.
That's a big wallet. That's a big wallet. We have no idea who volu𝗧𝗏 is. We have no information on the man. He was sitting on $8-9 million in his wallet.
Yep.
Could have ran, took that.
And what he did, he sent every penny back. Even the people that said, I'm going to sell as soon as I get my tokens. Okay, here's your token, sir. Go ahead and take your money. You get what I'm saying? That is volu𝗧𝗏𝗏. So if you can't trust a man that had $8-9 million in his hand and gave it all back, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. He's correct, man. You hit it on the money, Pablo.
Speaks to his character, man. Because, hey, what would like we have to look ourselves, and people in the chat, look yourselves in the mirror and say, hey, if you had $8 million in a bank account and you were undoxed, like, what would you do? I would hope that everybody would say I would give it back, right? But I don't think anybody in this chat or room has ever had $8 to $10 million sitting in one account and no one knows who you are. And you probably could. Most people have done this. A lot of devs have done it. They've taken it and gotten away with it. So I think it speaks to the character And I think it adds to that level of security. Like I said before, guys, like Volt is not guaranteed to go up. Crypto is not guaranteed to go up, right? But you do have your safer bets that we're calling these mini blue chips that you feel more comfortable in. And Volt is definitely one of those for us. Now we're at that hour and 15-minute mark. What a stream. The boys are back. Pablo CRO, Power Right, and Jake Gagan are back. I thought it was a successful first stream back. I mean, dude, I would love to do this on a weekly basis. I think it's good for the community, good for the squad, good for the voltage. And yeah, if you guys are down, we could set up a time weekly to Volt with the Volt community, because these are honestly my favorite streams. Like, it's just the easiest flowing, most fun, like positive. Like, I think I do, and maybe you guys do as well in the community. Like, you feel better after these streams. Like, I feel like Jazz said, he's like, all right, I'm fired up. Let's go. Right. So I think it's good. But thank you guys for coming on today.
Hey man, my pleasure. We'll make it a weekly thing. I like that. I like that a lot.
Let's do it, baby. And I want to come back on your show, Pablo, as well. And yeah, we'll chat soon. To the 200 plus people that are here with us right now, and everybody that tuned in and watching it later, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Great show. The boys are back. And make sure to follow our guy at Pablo_CRO and the Gen 35 Power Right on Twitter. I'm sure all of you guys already follow them, but if you don't, make sure to follow them, and we'll do a consistent stream. Pepsi Aaron, we appreciate you. Everybody that tuned in, thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. It's Wednesday. Maybe we Volt every Wednesday. Thank you to Crypto Chick for the donation, and everybody, we will see you all soon. Have a great day. Shout out to Voltoshi, shout out to the Volt Army, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace, everybody. Peace.